Okay, so this is the battle I was telling you guys about just a second ago. I'm gonna close that real quick. Um, it started out pretty normal compared to World of Tanks. Um, oh, whoops. I need to change that again, but it should be fine for now. Let's turn my gain down a bit. I'm playing as the Stug 3A. You can see it on the left over there. Um, Basically, I started out how most tank destroyers will start out in World of Tanks. The only difference being that um, with this game, like I said before, it's pretty much realistic damage. They don't have hit points as much. You basically destroy tanks by disabling their, modules. Quickest way to destroy any tank, there's the transmission and the engine. If you can destroy the transmission and the engine, that will usually insta-kill most tanks, just because of the overall damage that will do to the complete system. It looks a little jaggy on my screen. I don't know if it'll correct itself in the video file, but it's a little jaggy. It wasn't this jaggy in the game, though. I'll fast forward a little bit through here. See, if you look at the map in the bottom right, I'm flanking around. I did this on purpose because I've played this map before, and there we go, contact. I don't think I get any shots on these guys, but I was flanking around the side. I've played this map a couple times, and we always get killed as soon as we charge the objective. You can see it A down there. I always get killed almost instantly whenever going straight for it, so I decided I'd try to flank this time with the tank destroyer. Looking over here. I knew that they were going to have to come through here, so I got ready, and they showed up a lot sooner than I expected. That shot from the ZIS-30 hit and did a decent amount of damage. Slow this down. And did a decent amount of damage to my modules, but this isn't even close. You can see the X-ray down in the bottom right. I ammo wrecked that last TD. They're coming around the corner here. There's a bunch of guys. I get a couple guys in this tank. I like it. Oh, by the way, I'm recording this over the in-game replay system. So I'm recording a replay. See, I got him in the engine, so it stopped him. You see fire down there. That's another good way to get him. You can hit him in the engine compartment, instantly knocks him. Won't kill him necessarily, but it'll stop him. And you can see all the things that you wound and destroy in the bottom right, so. And I will admit, I basically camped right here, trying to make sure that I wasn't going to get killed without taking out some of them. But I do end up getting overwhelmed really quickly, and I didn't notice at first because I was focused on killing them, but we're actually losing on points right now. It's kind of like Battlefield or any of the first-person shooters in that you'll bleed tickets slowly when you don't hold the objective. I got that shot on the Chiha, but I only winged the rail or the track, but then I got him in the engine. And normally, if you shoot once in the engine compartment and just watch, and the fire doesn't go out, you can basically leave them, as you'll see in a minute. I basically do that, because that fire will eventually kill them. I'm already on 6 kills at this point. And if you're wondering how I know that, I haven't been keeping track. It says so at the very bottom. Taking out 6 tanks so far. See, you can see the red outlines of their names. They're coming. And the only reason I know that is because of my allies over to my left switched to player's view, and this is what I was seeing at this time. I got one into his tracks. That didn't work. Another guy ran up next to him, shot the ground. I saw the 3F was coming to actually look at me, so I killed him, got a lucky one shot, hit his ammo rack. Engine shot on him, switched over because he can burn. Got him before that guy slammed in my way. Got an engine fire on him. Hit him, got an engine fire on him. And you see how they're not going out? You actually have to research fire prevention, and then this tank drove on top of me, and hit a small ridge on the back of the tank, and that killed me. That was that, and then I said that you get multiple lives. In tank battles, you get 3. Normally, you'd see my, respawn screen, but you get 3 lives in tank battles, and you can use, as far as I know, you can use any 3 of. See, I ended up in a plane. I spawned and then immediately got into an air battle because I was allowed to. It's uneventful, so I'll fast forward through it because I only got that burst off. But you get 3 lives so far. You can use each one of your available tanks once each. So you can use up to 3 different tanks. This is me maneuvering for a while. Nope, it wasn't letting me do it. That beeping was my timer running out. You only get a select amount of time in the planes. Oh. There we go. Okay, this is my Panzer IIIF. I'm in this tank until the end of the game. I have 10 tanks. I get another 4 kills in this thing. But watch this. If you look at the map in the bottom right, essentially, I flank super hard and push them into their spawn, which in this game is actually really hard. I flank, and see, this thing is actually pretty fast. I'm going about 70 right now, 71. So the tanks aren't slow, which I like. I will admit I do like the fast tanks, like in World of Tanks. They just don't. All the fast tanks don't pack punch. This one does. So I like that. I didn't know where that tank was. I thought he was like glitched into the building, so I was going to go around. He's actually, you can kind of see him for a second there moving. He's actually in the river. So there's a 3B. I have that tank. I just didn't use it in this battle. And I noticed that tank in the back, that's another TD, another tank destroyer, so I started immediately putting shots into him because those things are dangerous. Like, TD armor in this game is actually like normal tank armor in some areas, which is dangerous. But I didn't notice him. I actually did not shoot a friendly. It looked kind of like I might have. I actually did hit him. You can see the broken track in the outline. Got an engine fire on him. And technically, I could have just sat here and waited for him, but there's other enemies to kill, so I was trying to hurry him up. If you do enough damage to the crew, if you knock out the entire crew, it'll insta-kill them. See? That was the fire. Alright, in a second here, I'm about to just bonsai charge the freaking enemy team across the bridge, and then I'm basically going to push them back. That red flag is their spawn point. Oh, excuse me. And so I'm going to push them back all the way through there and basically not even stop. That Panzer IIIF just took that dude out. I actually take the route under the bridge, which is usually a pretty dangerous route just because there are people all in the town. But I saw the guy on the map over there, so I was going to see if I could either cut him off at this place, but either cut him off or flank around him. And I ended up flanking around because I thought he was going to come through here, but he didn't. You actually see him. I was like, where'd he go? I was like, oh, there he is. Drift. My friendly, the other Panzer IIIF actually gets him first. I do empty a shot, but he was already dead. And then I noticed there was another TD over there, the 75mm M3. And they're dangerous, but only when shooting at you. See, that one hit took out at least 2 of his guys. Then took out some of his modules, looked like his radio and his targeting. And then there's a fire. I know that he'll die, so I just leave him. And see, I just leave him, and he died. And then I swing all the way around, and that one over there, that is a anti-aircraft gun, and they're actually very effective against tanks. They don't have the same... They're kind of like the Panzer 1C in that they hit you just a lot, and they might penetrate. I just ended up killing him by shooting the guy off the gun. Got a headshot from a tank. And then there's another TD over here, the Sturmpanzer II. That's a very, very good TD. There's a plane destroyed there. He noticed me coming. He was actually aware of his surroundings, which is odd. At that moment, I was like, oh shit, because I thought, while still in the scope, I thought he had a way to shoot me and basically just shotgun me, but he didn't. And then I aimed for his track, that stopped him and killed him, because I got through the axle, as you can see down there, and the transmission. The axle and transmission on the front of the tanks are usually one piece. Firing on the move is still accurate, but it bumps around a lot, so it's hard to be accurate. I didn't realize he was already dead until that moment. I thought he was just hidden. And then this Panzer IIIe is my last kill. That's pretty much it. It was a pretty decent game. I was really surprised in my Panzer IIIF here. I only took like one shell. I was stuck on the building because I wasn't paying attention. Moved in so he would stop bleeding tickets. And he burned to death. So I didn't realize that they were all dead. I was just waiting to get some targets, but I was going to cap the area in some style. So here's my donuts. And then it ended like right here. So that's pretty much it. So that was my second best game so far. So that'll be all.